In this episode of Skratch Snobs, myself and Mike C got a 7-inch break record coming out called Kings and Queens. Check it out.
Hi friends, welcome to another episode of Skratch Snobs. I'm Akiko Love, this is Mike C, and guess what? We got a very special guest. He's also our first repeat guest. We have Don Paco in the house. Mike C and Don Paco have a special project that the two of them really want to talk about, so here we go.
Myself and Mike C collaborated on this project called Kings and Queens. The basis of this is we are both originally not from Los Angeles. Mike C is actually from Sacramento, and I'm originally from Queens, New York, hence the title, Kings and Queens. This record has been about almost a year in the making. Myself and Mike C have curated a bunch of sounds and phrases that, they're pretty unique to the game, and, hopefully y'all can check out and enjoy.
I'm going to repeat a lot of the stuff he said, just so... Whoops. The name of the record is Kings and Queens. I'm originally from Sacramento, the home of the Kings. Yeah.
There you go.
Apparently I'm standing in the wrong place.
Yeah, there you go.
And Don Paco is from Queens, New York. So when we connected in LA and worked on this record together, that was the natural title. Tell us about your side. I mean, what made you pick the sounds you picked? Where did they come from? What do you look for in like a good Skratch record?
All right, so wow, that's a super loaded question, Mike.
Well,
but,
layered.
Because like we say we think the record is good, so, but that only matters if you know what we look for in a record, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
If we say, in a Skratch record we really like sounds that skip and sound kind of fucked up, then it doesn't matter that we say it's good. So when we say this is a good record, what goes into that?
I've been, supporting and been a part of this turntablist culture for many, many years. So when Mike C approached me with this project, I just was on board with it because I felt that we both have something to contribute to the game as far as curating like different phrases and sounds out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all love Loud and Fresh, and that's always going to be a staple. In fact, it's in this record as well, especially on my side. But the twist to it is that I've also curated sounds that was relative to my upbringing from Queens, New York. So I start off with the record with a little 50 Cent.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
As you can see,
Break it down.
I've added on fresh.
Break it down.
We're always gonna need that connecting session.
Like you were saying, we all like trying out different sounds, but those got to be on there, right? So
yeah, most definitely. As you go into the crux of the record,
act like y'all know.
Act
like y'all know.
all right, so this is from Ludacris, and this is taken from area codes.
Huh.
Now,
That's an old phrase.
Yeah, definitely. So when he starts off that record with the area codes, he shouts out like my zip code, which is 718, which is the area code of Queens and Brooklyn. So that's why I wanted to add it to this.
I didn't know that.
That's why
it was just a random phrase.
So that's why I wanted to add it to this record, because like I'm a fan of the ATL and a fan of Luda, of course, and you shout out 718 first. So I was like, I'm throwing you on.
Right.
What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do?
This is Slim Thug, and he's saying, yeah, it's a combination phrase.
The what it do actually shows up twice in each rotation.
What it do? What it do?
So
What it do?
They show up on opposite sides of the label.
What?
So that's from Slim Thug, and shout out to the Texas fam. I added this to the record because like I grew up also with Street Fighter, especially Street Fighter 2, and I've always been fascinated with that the throw sound with the so I was like,
that was a really good imitation.
Yeah, so wanted to shout out Texas, and I'm a big fan of the South. I spent my summers in Virginia, as we will go on with the next phrase as well.
Here's the next one.
What it do? What it do?
Y'all can stop me now.
Missy.
Y'all can stop me now.
Where's that coin sound from?
The Legend of Zelda, the very first Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
So that's the sound when you acquire a rupee, which is the currency of the game.
Nice.
So I figure like, what would be like a good sound to like a nice frequency sound that's a little like higher on the pitch, but but still can be pitched down to end, because the rupee has like two notes to it.
Y'all can stop me
I
now.
figured, hey, it'd be dope to have that like in a combination. Just think of it as like how like there's like a beep right before the or beep before the fresh, like in the Super Seal
okay.
records.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is kind of like my take on it, and of course throwing in the Misty sample.
Like combining the two into
Yeah,
one
pretty much.
string that you can mess with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tight.
Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know me.
Dr. Dre and is that
Mario
Super
Brothers.
Mario
That's basically the sound is when you travel through a pipe, or if you get hit by enemy, like you power down. So that's the sound that it gives up.
So was that the
So-
sixth and final scratch sentence on there?
No, there's one more.
There's one more?
And it goes back to Queen.
Sliced and diced. Sliced and diced. Sliced and diced.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to end it with LL Cool J, you know, one of my favorite Queen's heroes.
Well, tight. So did it? You got to cut with it a little bit just now. Did it come out like as you envisioned, or did anything surprise you about the way the record came out, or with the way the sounds
It just
scratched with?
everything just came out perfect and beautiful.
Okay.
Like as far as like everything lining up on the hits, and massive shout out to DJ A1 who helped master this record for us, and of course special thanks to Chris Zalamedia of the Carpal Cutters, big help with this project as well. So
Kind of a little subtle thing. Kings for me, so it's like King's colors, purple and white and black and silver, and then Don Paco got. Are those Knicks colors or Mets colors? Kind of both.
it's
huh?
actually the colors of New York. If the New York flag
okay.
is actually blue, orange, and white, and of course the Knicks and the Mets.
I
adopted
didn't
those
know
colors.
that. I just associated with the
Yeah.
sports teams.
And of course the Islanders. The Islanders have those colors as well. So it's a really New York centric colorway.
I did not know that. All right, now we're gonna talk about Mike C's side.
I've been collecting scratch sounds since like the 90s. Like I've just always enjoyed kind of collecting sounds that I thought were cool to cut on that didn't already exist on scratch records. One of my favorite 7-inch records is by Cut and Paste. What I liked about it was there was no, like it was all just really good scratch samples. You know what I mean? Like there's no, I'm not super into drumming on my portable, and I don't use tones, and I don't, you know, I'm not going to battle on a portable for the most part, so I don't really need disses or anything like that. So what I really liked about that record is it's just 100% made up of good phrases and scratch sounds, and that was kind of the template for ours. Like that's the kind of record I wanted to make this time around. Ever since the 90s, I've liked Conscious Daughters. Like back then I would make like scratch routines using their acapellas. I grew up in NorCal and they're a Bay Area group, so you know, I was always checking for them and their music. And I just really like their voices, especially CMG. Like her voice kind of, you know how some people's voices just really sound good when you cut on them? Like her voice kind of reminds me of Roxanne Shantae's. You know how a lot of people cut with those acapellas. So I just really like CMG's voice, so she shows up on there more than once.
Yeah, damn, pump it up. 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 We got the funky track. We got the funky track.
Holiday? No wait. Lucky. Like wait. So what are those?
I want to say it's like Open Your Heart, or
Is it?
dun, 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 and you can dance. Oh, Get Into the Groove.
Again.
Yeah. And
Wait, who is that?
yeah, you know, D-Light, Groove is in the Heart.
The illest, yeah. The illest, yeah.
Kendrick.
Black Moon, you know, don't front.
50 Cent.
I don't know if I even told you about this, Don Paco, but one of the things I did to some of the sounds on my side of the record is, you know how sometimes the MC will say something and they won't say it very like crisply. Say someone was gonna say the word area, but then you know how sometimes when they're in the middle of breathing while they're rhyming, or they're coming out of another word, or they're about to say something else, they don't always say it that cleanly, like area. So they might say the area. You know, like
It's continuing from like your previous
yeah,
word.
like it won't be that crisp. So what I did was I altered some of the sounds I cut off the very beginning and changed it like to tailor it for being a good scratch sound. Yeah, I don't know whether you can hear it just by listening to it, but I feel like when you scratch on it, on those sounds, they definitely sound a lot better than they did before I changed the beginning. So we try to do every little thing to make the best possible record.
One question is, why did you two decide to work together?
I've been knowing Don Paco from around the way for a while, and I think he's a dope cutter with a really dope mind for scratching, and I wanted to see what kind of stuff he would put together.
For myself, working with Mike C is like, oh man, it's like I mean, it's cliche to say a dream come true, but it's very very honored to work with him because like a lot of like with a lot of
He didn't want to work with Qbert or Mixmaster Mike. He just wanted to work with me.
considering moving out here to LA, I finally got to meet like bunch of my heroes like from videotapes and battle notoriety. Mike C is one of them. Kings and Queens will be available very soon at ScratchSoulSyndicate.com
And scratchsnobs.bigcartel.com.
What? Can you read that again? What?
Scratchsnobs.bigcartel.com.
Oh, wow.
Thank you to our guest Don Paco for coming by and sharing about the new Kings and Queens project. You can look out for that at the usual Skratch spots. Thank you.
Peace.
Kick the real. Kick the real shit. Kick the real. Kick the real shit. Kick the real shit. Kick the real. Kick the real shit.